Now today we will discuss about the instrumentation amplifier. Now what is this instrumentation amplifier? What are its uses and few features are there that we will discuss. This instrumentation amplifier is nothing but an analog sensing device and measuring instrument which needs to have some features. Now if I discuss this analog sensing and instrumentation measuring instrument, where we will use it. For example, if I have a sensor, that sensor is sensing some data from the environment and giving me, but the output of that sensor is very small. For example, let this be a temperature sensor. Temperature sensor is there. This temperature sensor is sensing the environment, maybe some fire is there, so this sensor is sensing it and it is converting that it into the analog, as this is an analog sensor I am assuming. So it is converting it into the analog voltage. Maybe for example, according to this temperature, if it is 40 degrees centigrade, it is converting and it is telling me that it is 20 millivolts. Right now the output that I am receiving from this sensor, this is temperature sensor, is very small, it is in the millivolts. So I need to have this some amplifier which can amplify this signal, because if I only take this value, it will be added with the noise in the circuitry. बहुत सारी noise जो आगे circuitry में होगी वो add हो जाएंगी इसके साथ. So it will be difficult for me to obtain the output of this sensor at the output of my some other circuitry. So what I need to first amplify it. So an amplifier is required at this stage. So this amplifier, which is capable of amplifying your analog signals or the measuring instruments values, so that is going to be your instrumentation amplifier. Instrumentation amplifier. So there needs to be few features of this instrumentation amplifier. Let us first discuss those. So few features. What should be those features? First one is it should have very high input impedance. Whenever I am going to connect any circuitry to the output of something, I want this amplifier or this second circuitry to have high input impedance. Why high input impedance? To avoid loading, right? So we have studied earlier also in the case of operational amplifiers, when we have this when we have the first stage differential amplifier stage, we want its input to be very high, or it has very high input impedance. So same in this case also, I want here high input impedance. Then only the output of this sensor will be all available at, or most of the output will be available at the input of this amplifier. Second, I have to deliver it to some other circuitry, then I want this output impedance to be low. So second, it is the output impedance which should be low. Then third one is, what should be the value of the gain? It should be high or less. As I am going to use it as an amplifier, as I said, so it definitely its gain should be high, or I will write here a very high voltage gain. Third one is, what about the slew rate? It should be large or small. What was slew rate? It was a rate of change of output voltage with respect to time. So we need very high slew rate. It should be high. Otherwise इनपुट में चेंज हो गया है, हमारा टेम्परेचर जो है वो 40 से 100 पहुंच गया है. Look here, what will happen if I had here a slow slew rate or less slew rate? So my temperature has changed to 100 degrees centigrade, but over here if I see here my voltage, which is also converted from 20 to, for example, maybe 50 millivolt. But for this change of 20 to 50 millivolt, my amplifier is taking time. And in that duration, what happened, जहाँ पे भी वो सेंसर लगाया था, जिस पर्पस के लिए लगाया था, वो पर्पस सॉल्व नहीं हुआ. फॉर एग्जांपल इट वाज देयर टू प्रोटेक्ट द एनवायरनमेंट फ्रॉम द फायर, बट फायर जो है वो एकदम से बढ़ गई. हमारा भी आउटपुट में जो है वो इंक्रीज दिखाई रहा धीरे 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 धीरे. यहाँ पर जाकर के हमें पता चलेगा कि ये टेम्परेचर 100 पहुंच गया है. देन वी विल अप्लाई सम डिप्लॉय सम एयरक्राफ्ट टू extinguish that fire. बट फॉर दैट ड्यूरेशन, जितनी देर के लिए ये इंक्रीज नहीं हुआ ड्यू टू दैट स्लीव रेट, हमारे पास जो लैग आया या जो लेटेंसी आई, इसके कारण डैमेज हो सकता है. सो वी वांट दिस एम्पलीफायर्स टू हैव वेरी हाई स्लीव रेट. Then fifth, what should be? It should have a better isolation. We don't want any of the signal from this part to go back into the input part. So we need an isolation amplifier mostly for this, but this instrumentation itself has this isolation properties, or I would say here it provides good isolation. Because whenever we are using sensors, they are giving us the output in very small values or in very small volts. So whenever we have here, for example, I have amplified it to 20 volts. So this 20 volt is very small. If there is small leakage also from the output back to the input, this 20 volt may add, for example, 10 millivolt. So if this 10 millivolt is added to my 20 millivolt, it will increase to 30 millivolt and it will give me the errors. So this isolation is very much required in my instrumentation amplifiers. Then we didn't discuss much about the common mode rejection ratio. So I will just write here, it should have large common mode rejection ratio. I will discuss it later. Then we need to have, what should be my supply voltage rejection ratio? It should be low or high? Supply voltage rejection ratio is having low supply voltage rejection ratio. Kam hogi rejection ratio, right? Then last one is stability. Definitely, as it is an amplifier, it will have the high gain stability. High gain stability. So these are the few features of an instrumentation amplifier. And I explained you that how or where we use this instrumentation amplifier. Now next come to the diagram or the circuit. So you can find here many types of instrumentation amplifier circuits. This is the very common one, that is with the 3 op-amps. So this circuitry is with the 3 op-amp or simply 3 op-amp instrumentation amplifier. So this circuitry is capable of achieving all the above requirements, that is these 8 requirements which I have discussed right now. But to find this circuitry is nothing but the combination of these operational amplifiers which are connected together. So we need to find here the output voltage first. So how we will find the output voltage? It is now easy. We have the 2 inputs V1 and V2. So what we will do, I will find this output voltage first. Let this be V0 dash and this be the V0 double dash, that is the output voltage of, let me name them, first and second amplifier, operation amplifier, and this is the third one. Once I obtain this V0 dash and V0 double dash, they will be applied to the non-inverting terminal and the inverting terminal. Then this operation will be, or this output will be obtained using the superposition. So all these steps will be done. So I will write here operation amplifier A1, A2 and A3. Right. Now, if I have to find the value of V0 dash, so I will write directly now, because I guess you all are now aware of these values. That is the gain in the case of inverting, that is minus RF by R1, and gain in the case of non-inverting, that is 1 plus RF by R1. So look here, if I see in this circuitry, my V0 dash, this V0 dash will depend upon the values of my non-inverting and the inverting voltage. Non-inverting voltage is given to us, that is V1, but I don't know this inverting voltage because it is connected at this point. It means if there is a V0 dash, definitely there must be some voltage over here. Let this RG be, for example, variable. इसको variable ले लेते हैं, कुछ बुक्स में आपको variable दिखेगा. So I want to find this voltage. मुझे ये voltage नहीं पता कितनी है. Similarly, if I have to find V0 double dash, then one voltage that is non-inverting is V2, that is given to me, but inverting voltage is still not known to me. So I need to find this voltage also. So there are 2 voltages which are not known to me. Okay. Let this be, अभी के लिए मैं मान लेता हूँ इसको VA, and this is VB. Okay. Now I have to find the value of V0 dash, but for that, before I need to find this value of VA and VB, so I will discuss this first. So how we will find it? Now VB is the voltage across this resistor R1 and V0 double dash. But if you look here, this VB is connected to the inverting terminal and V2 is connected to the non-inverting terminal. Now can I make use of virtual short concept in this amplifier? If I make use of the concept of virtual short, it simply says whatever the voltage that is applied at the non-inverting terminal will be available at the inverting terminal. It means, can I say here, if this voltage is V2, definitely this VB must be equal to V2. And similarly, in this scenario also, the input is applied at the non-inverting terminal, that is V1. So again, due to virtual short, I will say this value must be equal to V1. So it means I can write here this voltage and this voltage, which I have earlier said V1 and VB, VA and VB will be is equal to V1 and V2. Is it clear? Now it is easy for me to find the value of V naught dash. So I need to find this value V naught dash. So how I will do that? I will make use of superposition theorem. When first input will be considered, that is this V1 will be considered and VA will be not considered, then my output will be, I will write here V01 dash, it will be 1 plus R1 by Rg, right? Now 1 plus Rf by R1, if I look here, this will be my series impedance. अगर मैं इस डायग्राम को देखिए आपको समझाने के लिए बनाऊं, तो ये मेरे पास एक ऑपरेशन एम्पलीफायर था, ये नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल है, ये नेगेटिव टर्मिनल है. सो नेगेटिव टर्मिनल में इस डायग्राम को मैंने थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट करके बनाया. लुक हियर, दिस इज माय R1 एंड दिस इज माय Rg. व्हाट आई एम डूइंग हियर, दिस इज कनेक्टेड टू V1. व्हाट आई एम डूइंग हियर, अगर मैं इसको थोड़ा सा चेंज करूं तो दिस विल बी माय पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल, दिस विल बी नेगेटिव, दिस इज माय आउटपुट वोल्टेज V नॉट. मैंने क्या किया, नेगेटिव टर्मिनल जो कि R1 से कनेक्टेड था उसको थोड़ा इस तरह से बना दिया. नेगेटिव टर्मिनल देखिए मेरा, जस्ट अ मिनट, जो कि R1 से कनेक्टेड था उसको मैंने यहाँ पे कनेक्ट कर दिया और R1 का दूसरा एंड V नॉट पे कनेक्टेड था, तो ये सही है इतना पार्ट. सेकंड देखिए, नेगेटिव टर्मिनल जो R1 से भी कनेक्टेड था पार्ट, वो मेरा Rg से भी कनेक्ट हो गया. तो ये वाला पार्ट मैंने Rg से कनेक्ट कर दिया और Rg का दूसरा पार्ट एक वोल्टेज से कनेक्टेड है, दैट इज इक्वल टू V2. सो दिस इज V2. Is it clear? Can I say these two diagrams are same? Right, so it means if these two diagrams are same, can I find the value of V naught for the input V1 and where I have assumed this V2 in the first case equal to 0 for the superposition. So I will directly get the output voltage is equal to the gain, that is 1 plus Rf by R1. Rf over here is R1 and R1 is Rg over here, that is R1 by Rg into, I will write here small g, right? In the diagram I will use small g into, what is the input voltage? V1. So this is the first one. If I have to find the value of V naught 2 dash, in the V naught 2 dash, what I am going to do? I am going to consider this second voltage. ये वाली वोल्टेज जो है आपकी V2 वो कंसीडर होगी और V1 को आप क्या रखेंगे? 0. So if I look in this diagram, what I am going to do? I am going to connect V1 to the ground or simply V1 equal to 0 and only V2 will be considered. As it is connected to the inverting terminal, my gain will be simply minus Rf by R1. Rf over here is equal to R1 and R1 is Rg into V2. And my combined output voltage, that is V01. This V01 is equal to V01 dash plus V02 dash. So this will be equal to, I will write here, V naught dash will be equal to 1 plus, कितने निकाली थी हमने, R1 by Rg of V1 plus minus will be minus R1 by Rg of V2. So this will be my one voltage, output voltage V naught dash. Any doubts? यहां तक किसी को कोई डाउट है तो बताएं. Anyone? किसी को कोई डाउट है? सिर्फ डायग्राम में थोड़ा सा चेंज है. ये जो डायग्राम दिख रही है यहाँ पे आपको थोड़ी अजीब सी दिख रही है, बट वी हैव ऑलरेडी स्टडीड दीज डायग्राम्स. आई हैव जस्ट रिप्लेस दिस डायग्राम पार्ट विद दिस डायग्राम जो कि बिल्कुल सेम है. तो यहाँ पर आपको अगर Rf और R1 की वैल्यूज दी गई हैं तो आप किसी भी आउटपुट वोल्टेज को फाइंड आउट करते हैं, चाहे आपके पास एक इनपुट लगी हो चाहे दो. अगर दो इनपुट्स लगी होंगी देन वी विल अप्लाई सिंपली द सुपरपोजिशन. वी विल टेक फर्स्ट इनपुट, वी विल ग्राउंड द अदर सेकंड इनपुट एंड वी विल फाइंड द आउटपुट वोल्टेज. Then we will take the second input, ground the first input voltage and we will take the output voltage, and these two output voltages are added, which I have done here, that is V01 dash plus V02 dash, it is equal to V naught dash. Similarly, if I look in this lower diagram, which is almost similar to the upper diagram, in this also if I have to find the value of V naught double dash, how I will do that? I will write directly now. So in this case, my V naught double dash will be equal to minus R1 by Rg into V1 plus 1 plus R1 by Rg into V2. So this is my second output voltage or output voltage of my second operation amplifier A2. So now what I have done, I have obtained this value. I have also obtained V naught double dash. Now these two are the inputs to this operation amplifier. So I need to find the output of this operation amplifier V naught. So how I will do it? Exactly similarly, I will apply the superposition theorem for this also. Or if I look here in the other way, one way is to apply the superposition, क्योंकि एक इनपुट आपकी ये आ गई, अब ये जो आउटपुट सी ये इनपुट बन गई A3 के लिए. And the other way, if I look at this diagram, can I say it is almost similar to what we have studied for the difference amplifier? अगर आप इतने पार्ट को चेक करें जहां पर हमने इनपुट्स VS1 एंड VS2 ली थी, तो हम कहेंगे कि डेफिनेटली दिस इज नथिंग बट माय डिफरेंस एम्पलीफायर. सो इफ आई मेक यूज ऑफ दिस कंसेप्ट ओवर हियर, यूजिंग द कंसेप्ट ऑफ डिफरेंस एम्पलीफायर, नाउ यूजिंग डिफरेंस एम्पलीफायर, आप सुपरपोजिशन भी लगा सकते हैं, मैं डिफरेंस से सॉल्व करके दिखा रहा हूँ. Difference amplifier formula, that is output voltage V naught is equal to minus RF by R1 of VS, where VS क्या था आपका, इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल की वोल्टेज माइनस नॉन इन्वर्टिंग की वोल्टेज. तो इन्वर्टिंग की वोल्टेज है आपकी यहाँ पर V naught डैश और नॉन इन्वर्टिंग की है आपके पास V naught डबल डैश. यही हो रहा है. सो आई विल राइट हियर इक्वल वेयर VS is equal to V naught dash minus V naught double dash. Now simply substitute the values. We'll get V naught will be equal to minus RF by R1. What is RF by R1? देख लेते हैं सेम है यहाँ पे या नहीं. अगर डिफरेंट होगा तो हम चेंज कर देंगे. If you look here, RF is R3 and R1 is R2. So we'll get here. Is minus R3 by R2, right? और तो कोई चेंज नहीं है. If this is R3, this should be R3, very good, and it is both are same R2 here. So we got here minus R3 by R2, and then we need to write the values of V naught dash. What is V naught dash? This one, that is 1 plus R1 by RG of V1, 1 प्लस R1 बाय, तो मैं बिग ब्रैकेट्स के इस पे लिख लेता हूँ, 1 प्लस R1 बाय RG ऑफ V1, राइट, माइनस R1 बाय RG ऑफ V2. नाउ माइनस दिस इज V naught dash, then I have minus V naught dash, V naught double dash. So what is V naught double dash? If we look here, my V naught double dash will be minus R1 by RG of V1, माइनस बाहर लिया हुआ तो अंदर प्लस ही लिखूंगा, 1 प्लस R1 by RG of V2. You can solve it, इसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं पूरा. I will solve it for you. That is equal to minus R3 by R2. I will open the brackets over here. It will be V1 plus R1 by RG of V1 minus R1 by RG of V2. Minus minus will be plus, plus R1 by RG of V1. This minus will go inside and it will multiply it with the both values. So it will be minus V2 minus R1 by RG of V2. Now if I solve it further, it will be equal to minus R3 by R2. I will write V1 minus V2. ओके, इसको भी थोड़ा सा सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा, एक सेकेंड. सो इफ आई सी हियर, देयर इज वन V1 minus V2 term, right? This one and this one, plus there is V1 term over here. This is also V1, दोनों ही V1 है आपकी, and R1 by RG V2 and R1 by RG V2, ये दोनों ही नेगेटिव में है. So can I write here, it is twice of R1 by RG outside the bracket, and in between I will write here V1 minus V2. Can I write like that? Because if you see here, this is one R1 by RG of V1, this is another R1 by RG of V1. It will be twice of R1 by RG of V1. So this is twice of R1 by RG of V1 when I open this bracket. Similarly, this one is also R1 by RG of V2, R1 by RG of V2 with a negative sign. So I've adjusted this negative sign with this minus, and I got here 2 R1 by Rg. So I have taken this 2 R1 by Rg outside, and I got V1 minus V2, right? So V1 minus V2, the rest of the two are already accommodated. So I will write it, or you can further take V1 minus V2 common. So it will be minus R3 by R2. It is, I can write here 1 plus 2 R1 by Rg into V1 minus V2, right? You can further solve it. आप minus RS by R2 को अंदर ले जाएं and solve कर दें इसको. So you will get here V naught by V1 minus V2. It is equal to 1 plus 2 R1 by Rg as it is into minus R3 by R2. Minus R3 by R2. What is this R3 by R2? If I look in this diagram, this is nothing but the gain जो इस circuitry का है. If I look here, this R3 is nothing but equal to RF. एंड R2 इज इक्वल टू जो हम नॉर्मली R1 यूज करते हैं, R1 हमने इस डायग्राम में यहाँ पे यूज कर दिया है क्योंकि सीरीज रेजिस्टेंस है हमारे यहाँ पे. सो द गेन इज माइनस RF बाय R2, sorry, minus R3 by R2, and we have this 1 plus 2 R1 by Rg. So the total gain provided, this is nothing but the gain. So total gain provided by instrumentation amplifier is in addition to minus R3 by R2, जो कि एक सिंगल ऑपरेशन एम्पलीफायर का था, उसके साथ साथ 1 plus 2 R1 by Rg का गेन भी मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा, राइट? सो दिस इज माय टोटल गेन ऑफ माय इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन एम्पलीफायर. इज इट क्लियर? तो डोंट वरी, हमने जो अपना मेथड्स किया था, जो इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन डिफरेंस एम्पलीफायर में यूज किया था, एज आई सेड दिस गेन इज माइनस RF by R1 जो कि इन्वर्टिंग का है, तो हमेशा इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल को ही आप पहले लिखेंगे. इट मीन्स द वोल्टेज ऑफ इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल माइनस द वोल्टेज ऑफ नॉन इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल. तो ये फॉर्मूला हम अपना वाला ही यूज करेंगे, ठीक है? और उसी के अकॉर्डिंग हमने यहाँ पे सॉल्व किया एंड वी ऑब्टेन दिस आउटपुट वोल्टेज इक्वल टू 1 plus 2 R1 by Rg into minus R3 by R2 of the input voltage, or the difference of these two input voltage. Is it clear now how we have obtained this instrumentation amplifier gain?